All right, good evening, everybody. I'm gonna do something a little bit different than I normally do on the channel. Normally I do live play of GSPro courses. However, tonight I'm gonna do a little bit of product testing. So I was on the Discord channel with Hazel Rocket Golf earlier today, and he brought up something that he's been testing, a different ball that he's been testing with his square launch monitor. So let me grab the box. It is the Maxfli three-piece ionomer construction Trifli. So here's the product that I got. And he was recommending the skull version because of the symbols, the pictures that are on it are completely black. So it's easier for the square golf launch monitor to track. Now what I've been using is the TaylorMade TP5 PIX, and specifically the USA version. So there is some red and blue on there for the American flag. And what didn't come to my mind that he had brought up is that the square, since it uses an infrared camera, would have a harder time tracking the red in the actual picture. Now there's blue on the little pictures, but there is red as well. So I don't know if that has any effect on it or not. We'll see. So I'm going to do some side-by-side comparison. Now a little bit about the Maxfli Trifli. So it says that it is a high resilience mantle for faster ball speeds and lower spin, maximizing distance and control. Let's see, find the fairway dimple pattern, innovative cube octahedron design with 374 dimples for a more stable, straighter ball flight. And then it also says that it has a ultra soft compression core. Ultra soft core enhances greenside spin while maintaining control on full shots. So we'll do, like I said, we'll do some side-by-side comparisons. Also, a thing about the Maxfli Triflis is that for a dozen of them at Dick's Sporting Goods, I got it for $14.99. Whereas if you're familiar with the TP5 PIX balls, they are $50 a dozen. So if you can pick them up for a fraction of the price and they work just as good for GSPro and the square golf launch monitor, why not? Why not give it a try? So that's what I'm gonna do tonight. So first off, my plan is I'm just gonna hit some shots with my pitching wedge first, and this is gonna be the TP5. And then after I hit 5 or so shots with that, then I'll switch over to the Maxfli Trifli and see what the difference is. So here we go. So I got a backspin of, let's see, 8,769 there, and a carry distance of 112. $9,500. That's a better strike. So 8,000 on the dot there. There's no read. Didn't it say it was ready? Ball ready? Maybe not. All right. So I believe that's shot number 4. I did put a green out there at 125 yards. That's typically about what I carry this club. All right, this will be shot number 5. All right, let's take a look at those numbers. Let's see, we'll go here. And yeah, there's 5 shots there. Ball speed, about 95, average-ish. Total carry is kind of a little bit all over the place, but probably about 120 average. Let's see, backspin. It's kind of sitting right around the 9,000, upper 8,000s for the ball spin. So, and then offline, kind of all over the place there. I wasn't really hitting it too consistent, so I'll take the offline target with a grain of salt. So, since this is a recording, if you want to see them again, just rewind back to this point. I'm not going to do any video editing on this because I don't really have the skill on that, nor the experience. I've never done it before, so I'm just going to post the live, unedited, raw version of this video. So my apologies. So I'm going to clear that. Next is the Maxfli. So let's see how that looks. I haven't hit this at all before. The TP5 was a fresh ball. I haven't hit that one yet. This Maxfli is a fresh ball. This will be the first time ever hitting the Maxfli Trifli. So we'll see what happens. Definitely has a different sound to it. Backspin was much lower there, 5,800. Interesting. No read, I don't think it was ready. I jumped the gun there. All right. Definitely much lower spin. I can tell that already. $6,800 for that one. And what was my carry? About the same. I'm not really sacrificing distance, but I'm getting less spin, which for wedge shots isn't great, but could help me out personally with my driver. So we'll see. Well, there's the highest spin one so far. Ooh, almost right next to the hole. Too bad I missed that while I was walking away. All right, 7,700 for that one. How many shots was that? 3? I think that was 3. Yeah, 3. All right. 7,000. And we'll do one more shot. You can see my messy garage walking away from here. I got the AI tracking on, so. All right, last shot with the pitching wedge. $7,800. So what was I saying before? It was right up around about 9,000. And I typically have a pretty good fade. Probably about 20 yard, 15 yard off center fade with this. And it's pretty consistent. It has been pretty consistent in the past with my pitching wedge. And here I'm hitting it straighter. Obviously less spin. Carry distance is about the same so far. So far I'm liking what I'm seeing. So here's the stats from those 5 shots. Go ahead and pause the video if you want, take a look at it, but I'll go over it a little bit. Ball speeds are about the same, low 90s, and carry distances very consistent there. Shot number 1 was a little bit of an anomaly, especially with that backspin. It was a much lower backspin than the others, but I'm seeing those last 3 were in the 7,000s, whereas with the TP5, I was hitting about 9,000 RPM backspin. Yeah, take that what you will. So that's with the pitching wedge. I'm gonna switch over to driver now and see what happens there. So typically with driver, personally, I struggle with a bit of a slice, but I'm also kind of all over the place. Consistently slice, but pretty much all over, just spraying all over. So if I can, with the TP5, so if I could change that just by changing the ball, why not? I'm gonna make it 300 there. Okay. So if I'm able to find a bit more fairway without changing anything but the ball, I'll switch over 100% to the Trifli. As my gamer in the sim, why not? All right, so this is the TP5 and I'm using the driver. So 3,300 ball spin. And then ball speed, kind of low for me. Typically, that's about 10 mile an hour slower than I normally hit. But that's just shot number 1. I think I hit another one that was not ball ready. There we go. $4,800 ball spin. Pretty high. And that's what I've been seeing ever since I got the square. Was high ball spin. And it's been a bit of a detriment to my game. I've been having a lot higher scores because I just haven't been able to find fairways or greens. $3,600, 141 ball speed. I think that's 3, right? Yeah, it's 3 shots. So we'll do 2 more. $2,600. Also pretty low launching is what I've been seeing too with the TP5. And that could be my swing. I might not be hitting up on it as much. But that was one of the better spin rates that I've had with the TP5. Last one. All right, so 3,200 there on that one. So, come on camera, back here, follow me, there you go. All right, so we're gonna switch to the Maxfli, the Trifli, and see what happens there. But we'll look at these, look at the data first, real quick. All right, so ball speeds, pretty consistent in the low to mid 140s, except for that first one. That one's a little bit of an anomaly. I probably could hit one more, but I'm gonna call good here. Let's see. And where's the back? There's the backspin. So we've got, what was the highest one that I saw? 4,800, and the lowest I saw was 2,600. So averaging in the 3,000s backspin. So let's see if anything changes using the Maxfli Trifli. There's my tee. And me personally, I'm okay with losing a little bit of distance. If it's like 5-10 yards of distance, if I'm able to get my dispersions tighter in the sim. That's way more important to me than distance. If it's the difference of me being in the rough or versus the trees, I'll take it. All right, so here's the first shot with the Maxfli Trifli. $3,900. Ball speed 139. So I think that's actually higher than, well, no, 4,800 was the highest I saw with the TP5. $4,400. Okay. That could be swing. That could, well, it's definitely partially from the swing, but I hit like that with the TP5 too. So, I don't know. So far, with the driver, a little inconclusive, in my opinion. There's a massive draw. Lower spin. That didn't feel like it was going to be a hook to me. I don't know. $3,300. I'm hitting it about the same distance. I'm not really sacrificing distance. $2,900. Again, a good distance for me. It feels about the same, maybe a little bit not as soft as the TP5, but I don't hate it. All right, last shot. And another little hook, much lower ball spin. We'll hit one more. I think I'll remove that one from the data. That one was not great. Way too low of ball spin to really even use that in the data set. All right. $4,000 RPM. Now, this isn't exactly the best shaft for me on my driver. I actually just got fitted for a different shaft. So I'll do this test again once I have one that fits me a little bit better. But let's look at the data. So, I did 7 shots. Where's that low one? That one there. I'll take that one out. Yeah, we'll compare with this. A little bit larger, 1 shot more data set. Carry distance, kind of variable a little bit, but I think that's more of my swing. I don't think that's the ball. Backspin. Still in the 3,000s. Average, I think. So maybe slightly lower ball spin. Let's see, what's my offline all over the place? So I would say a little bit inconclusive. However, with that said, I'm getting about the same performance with the Square Golf launch monitor with both balls. So if I can get one ball for $15 a dozen versus $50 a dozen to use in the sim, why not? If it's performing about the same, go for it. I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm probably gonna switch right now. I'll do some more testing, personal testing on my own, but this is my initial views on it. So thanks for watching. I'll put the link for Hosel Rockets video. I think that's gonna drop. It'll drop before I post this one. I'm not gonna post this before Hosel's video, just purely out of respect, because it was his idea for this video. I wasn't even gonna record. I was gonna do some testing and let him know what I found, but he specifically told me on Discord to do my own testing and record it. because he would like to see some data as well and see what my thoughts were. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. This is CornBred's Garage Golf. Be sure to like and subscribe if you feel so obliged. That'd be great. And I'll catch you later. Maybe you'll catch a live stream and say hello. See ya.